The Melbourne Spectres have set the tempo in 91, finishing on top of the ladder and beating the Hobart Islanders by 5 points in the second semi-final. The Islanders have hit back to win the preliminary final over the Perth Breakers by 13 points. Hello and welcome to the Kingborough Sports Centre in Hobart for the grand final of the Women's National Basketball League. The Melbourne Spectres up against the Hobart Islanders. Two sides that have stood apart from the rest of the competition in season 91. Let's look at the starting fives. First to the Melbourne Spectres, and the same that was successful in the second semi-final clash against the Islanders. And the standouts there, Samantha Thornton averaging 21.6 points a game and Shelley Gorman 19 points a game. Also, watch out for Michelle Gubbles, perhaps one of the most improved players in the WNBL this season. For the Hobart Islanders, their starting five, again, as for last week's preliminary final. And there the scoring potential spread around. Debbie Black, Kim Foley, Robin Marr and Karen Smith, all averaging over 10 points per game in regular season play, and Tracy Phoebe not far behind. It's going to be a fantastic game between two outstanding sides, a magnificent atmosphere here, and as usual, our special expert commentator, the manager, general manager of the Women's National Basketball League, Lynn Palmer. I'm looking forward to it. Are you? Oh,
I'm just thrilled. The atmosphere here, the place is just jumping. It's going to be a great game.
What do you believe the key to the outcome may be?
I think that each team has an integral player. For Melbourne East, that player is Shelley Gorman, and for the Islanders, it's Robin Marr. I think that they are both catalysts for their team, and I think that it's fair to say how their fortune goes, so too does the fate of the side.
I think it'd be fair to say that it was a very bad start by the Islanders in the second semi-final, where the Spectres really jumped away to around about a 12-point break, and it was catch-up basketball. Important for the Islanders to start out strongly tonight.
Yes, I think that's critical. I think that Melbourne East are a very physical team, and I think that they were able to, through their aggression, to get the jump on Hobart in the first game. I think that Hobart certainly have to be prepared for that, not take a step back, and they have to be as physical as they're getting, and I think that you'll see that strength in play in the two teams tonight.
It's going to be a magnificent game of basketball. Sit back and enjoy it. Let's go to the commentary position and Peter G.
Yes, Rod, this is the final we've been really looking forward to, perhaps since the second round of the season, when these two teams were the only undefeated teams, and they've been the ones that have looked like fighting it out since then, and they're fighting it out right from the start. In the white, it's the Melbourne East Spectres. This is Gubbles, being faced by Black. Thornton. Gorman takes the first shot. And she's taken a shot in the first 20 seconds of play. It was 13 minutes before she took a shot in the second semi-final, so that's a bit of a difference. But the Islanders really, they should grow an extra leg in these conditions here at the Kingborough Sports Centre. A sellout crowd of 1,800 absolutely ranting and raving for the Islanders, and Smith almost got them off to the great start they're looking for. A very tight opening, as you'd expect. Gorman, the lead pass, just too long for Thornton, and a few nerves from both sides, Lynn.
Yes, they are, but actually I think both teams have started very strongly and looking quite settled, even though that was a turnover. It's a very good feel of this game out there. I think it's going to be a very tight affair.
Now it's Black being faced by Gubbles again. Here's Robin Marr. She'd love to lead the Islanders to a championship. She's done it 6 times. Went in a Spectre singlet. Out it goes to Phoebe for 3.
Yes.
What a way to get the crowd involved early on. Tracy Phoebe hits from 3-point range, and that's the total of the score so far. Thornton, beautiful pass to Hamilton. Hand in there from Marr.
Yes, that was good hands there, because Hamilton had a clear way to the basket if that pass had gone through. It was a very good pass there by Sam Thornton.
Well, we've got so much firepower, the Spectres. It's been called the foul on Phoebe. But they've got so many options, Melbourne East.
Yes, here we see the foul on Tracy Phoebe. That was a very tight call. I think that she did a good job to get position there.
Gubbles for 3 to even the score. Oh, what a hot start. You're right, Lynn. Not too many nerves.
No, I think both of these teams have been in finals now. Hobart, this is their 3rd grand final. Melbourne East, their 7th.
Black. All net from Debbie Black. 5-3 the score. 18-15 left in the first half. Foot in there from Smith.
It's reset the clock there because it was a violation there by Karen Smith, putting a foot to the ball.
So 30 seconds to get the shot off for Melbourne East. Working it around the perimeter. Now the drive from Tracy Browning.
Strong move. Referee asking there for the players to let the ball go through the hoop, not to tap it away.
Referee Jeff Weeks and Ian Watts in charge of this grand final. Great feather in their cap to get the job. Foul called before the shot, and it's called on Lucille Hamilton.
Strong tussle there by Karen Smith and Lucille Hamilton as both of them hustle for position there at the low post.
Here we go. Karen Smith, well, she's 3 centimetres taller than any of the Spectres.
I don't really think that's the player that Hobart Islanders want to inbound to. Karen Smith had no right being so far from the basket.
Ma double team on the baseline.
Strong defensive work there by Spectres.
Smith decides to put up the shot. A little bit ill-advised. So scores at 5 apiece. The Spectres come down through Gorman.
Lots of bodies.
Thornton, beautiful pass to Hamilton.
Again to Hamilton under the basket, but strong save there by Islanders. Karen Smith and Debbie Black pushing the ball up court. Tracy Phoebe to the basket for 2. What a play!
Well, that really is the Spectres' style of play there. The fast-running game, 3 for Gubbles, not going down. A lot of hard work going on under the basket. It's called on Gorman. But the Islanders there running it out quickly and Phoebe scoring the points to give them the lead.
Well,
So giving the Spectres a bit of their own medicine.
I was just going to say, I think it's fair to say that Hobart are not intimidated by the physical play of Melbourne East as perhaps they were in the opening semi-final this year.
Lots of pushing in here.
Coming up to 3 minutes played.
Working one-on-one against Tracy Browning.
The screen set by Smith. Ma undecided. And the rebound from Hamilton. Quick outlet to Gubbles. Browning over on the wing. She uses Gorman. And she's going to set up this offense. And a foul's called on Sam Thornton.
Yes, that was on Sam against Kim Foley again. Very strong tussle inside there to establish position.
So the Spectres, perhaps not the composed start they'd be looking for. Too many turnovers in the early going. 2-point lead for the Islanders.
Good defence there by Shelley Gorman to block Tracy Phoebe's passage to the basket on the baseline.
Smith working hard with Hamilton. She's lost her down in the low post. Here's Foley, such a great shooter. And the screen set for Ma. She hits it. Well, the crowd...
Bodies fall at the half-court line. Sam Thornton and Kim Foley falling all over each other.
And Foley holding her hip a little bit. Travel called on Hamilton. And another turnover for the Spectres. They usually look after the ball pretty well. They're being forced into this mishandling early on.
Very fast tempo to this game.
Ma.
What a solid 2 points that is.
Backed away and hit it, no problems. 4 points for Robin Ma. Top scorer in the game so far as Gorman launches too long. Rebound for Hamilton. Black harrying on Gubbles. Thornton really being worked on hard by Foley. Great shot, though. That's why she's the second top shooter in the league this season.
That's an unstoppable shot. I mean, Kim Foley had a hand in her face there. She's just shot straight over her. That's very tough work there by Sam Thornton.
First points for Thornton. Here's Foley looking to deliver the dose. Hamilton working hard on her. Who's the foul called on? Hand in from Gorman as well.
It's actually called there on Lucille Hamilton. That's her second foul for the game. Now you see Lucille Hamilton just bending over Kim Foley there.
So Foley unlucky the shot didn't drop. This for her first points from the line. Second best shooter from the field in the league this season at 53%.
And just been awarded this year's best defensive player from the WNBL, the presentation ceremony just prior to the game.
71% free throw shooter, makes both, and a great start for the home team. 6 points up, 5 minutes gone. 3 points, just a little off with their long-range shooting, the Spectres.
Debbie Black falls out of court to save that ball for the Islanders.
Plenty of white shirts getting back quickly. Phoebe for 2. That high arc. She nearly shot that right out of the Kingborough Sports Centre.
Yes, I think that was the longest shot that we've ever seen.
And the timeout called by the Spectres. A great start from the Islanders.
And listen to this home crowd.
Phoebe's got off with 7 points out of their 15.
Listen up.
Jim
Listen up.
Pappas.
We're going for 2 stops. We already got a set of 4. It's the defense that's doing it. They're shook up. They don't know where to go with it. Hamilton's on 2 fouls. Let's find where she lives. I like Hamilton. I like Thornton right now. They're eventually going to have to collapse. That gives you and you the shot. Still need to penetrate from there. I don't want a penetration from the point. It's 2 penetrations and out to the wing. Girls, don't stop playing either end of the floor. Let's go. Right back out there right now. Get the second stop. Let's go.
I think Jim Pappas has to be very happy with that start from Hobart Islanders. We haven't seen any of the nerves that we've seen in the previous games, finals games for Hobart. And I think he's quite right. Lucille Hamilton is looking very dangerous, even though she's on 2 fouls. She's getting free under the basket and making some big boards for Spectres.
Smith guarding her. Smith looking to try and set the screen on Phoebe for Gorman.
Shelley Gorman powers through the key. Fouled there. She'll go to the line for 2 shots.
First time the Spectres have gone to the line tonight. First foul called on Robin Marr.
There we see just powers through the key. Very
Just
strong
reaching
move.
over with the right hand, Robin Marr. Caught Pappas up off the bench. Shelley Gorman's first point of the night.
I think the Hobart crowd has been criticised the last 2 weeks for being a little quiet. I don't think we're witnessing any of that in this evening's game.
Well, you'd expect that lady to be composed, Gorman. And this one too, Robin Marr.
Good transition
Smith
up
out
the
to
court.
Phoebe. So keen to double team Marr, they left Phoebe unguarded. She didn't take it that time from out on the right. Marr setting up.
Spectres falling back into a zone defence here, where they're zoning an area rather than the player in an attempt to try and halt, as Michelle Gubbles did so well there with an interception.
Yeah, she was off balance too. Browning has a look at the basket. Hamilton well out from the basket. Thornton working down inside with Foley.
Yes, Kim Foley and Samantha Thornton, the low post, working very, very hard.
Well, she gets a second opportunity. Thornton doesn't make it count. Sorry, Hamilton. 2-on-3 break for the Islanders. Marr steps up, knocks it down.
That's such a tough shot.
6 points for Robin Marr.
I've said before, Robin Marr makes that shot better than anyone else in the league. Shows the defence the ball, stops and props.
30-second shot clock will be reset. Second kick ball called on Islands, that time on Phoebe. Gorman calling for it. 4 points for Shelley Gorman. First score from the field. She's shooting 1 for 3 at the moment. If she gets on target, she's one that the Islanders will have to watch. But they do have so many weapons. Marr taking on Gubbles. Foul called on number 10 from the Melbourne Spectres, Michelle Gubbles.
Again, a skilled drive there by Robin Marr. A little hesitation dribble. We see there just a slight hesitation. Michelle Gubbles rested her concentration for a second, causing foul on Robin Marr.
Black hasn't taken a shot yet.
Islanders pushed right out of their offence there. They need to get something inside the key.
Foley, strong work.
Faster will do it.
8-point lead for the Hobart Islanders. Under 13 minutes left in the first half. Thornton, tough shot.
Strong
That was
defense.
Smith, too big to get around, and she got the ball down to Debbie Black. She does penetrate this time, kicks it to Phoebe for 3.
First miss from Phoebe.
First time she hasn't hit from the field, Tracy Phoebe.
1 from 4, sorry, 3 from 4.
Gorman. Travels.
Travel.
Ian Watts right there. Call that one. Aaron Smith. Down low with Hamilton. Great pass to Marr.
What Super teamwork that is. 8 points now to Robin Marr so far in the game.
Well, they must feel like they're in the lion's den, the Melbourne East Spectres. If the crowd took a long time to get involved out at the Derwent Entertainment Centre, here in the cosier confines of Kingborough, that's not been the case.
Yes, I think they know.
Oh, Browning, top shot over Marr.
It's 4 points to Tracy Browning.
Robin Marr now takes her on. Foley. Now a chance for the Melbourne East Spectres. Long pass to Hamilton.
All the way.
Now this is where I think the Islanders might have some trouble. They certainly didn't match the Spectres in athleticism in that semi-final. And really Hamilton going down the court on her own with 4 Islanders. She really outstripped them for pace there easily.
Yes, I think that they really caught the Islanders napping there. I think they're not attentive to that fast break.
Another 3 for Phoebe goes missing. Now Gorman, it's down to 6 points now, making a little bit of a run, the Spectres. Well kept alive by Karen Smith, but straight back to Browning.
That's a good play, though. If you can't grab the rebound, you're better off tapping the ball away. Even if the opposition team gets it, you've stopped it from being under the basket.
Gorman, great shot with the right hand there. And led by Shelley Gorman. They've come back to within 4 points now, the Melbourne East Spectres. Laurie Chiswick.
Into our 20, once down the floor. Then we're back into a 10. Shelley, you've got Robin, you've got Phoebe, okay? Leanne goes into the 1 spot now. We want to look to keep running, guys. Keep running it, run it through, then into our offense out there. Now, we are going out there our first time down the floor. We are running stacks. We're running stacks without a call, all right? Remember that. Let's do it hard. Let's look for that person coming off the double screen straight away. Guys, we're back into, hey, girls, on defense. We're getting a hand, we're playing, then we're just slacking off that little bit and they're getting a shot. Play to the end, guys. Let's go. Spectres.
I think that play that Laurie was just calling there, I think you'll see that Melbourne East will go into a zone defence for 1 play and then revert back to a man-to-man to try and put Islanders off so that they can't feel comfortable with any offence that they're running.
2 substitutions made. Andre Marquis has come on for Karen Smith for the Islanders. Leanne Dunn has come on as Black hits her first shot, 3 points.
A very handy first shot to make for the game.
Back to a 7-point lead. Strong work from Hamilton. And she's going to the line for a chance to add another one.
It was very strong work by Lucille Hamilton. She was pushing back into the defence all the way there. But the referee has deemed that was a foul from Andre Marquis.
And congratulations must go to Laurie Chiswick and husband Martin on the arrival of their daughter, Ashley Sarah. And timely, too, to allow Laurie to take over for the grand final from Steve Barr.
Yes, she was due today, but Laurie went into labour 3 weeks early, which was very handy.
So the lead as much as 8 for the Islanders, back to 4 now.
As I said, you can see here Melbourne East came out in a zone. They're now back into a man-to-man.
Gorman pulls down the rebound. Down goes Andre Marquis. Interesting to see how she measures up Marquis. There has been a bit of an illness cloud over. A great pass from Dunn.
Ball caught very, very well again. Quite clearly in this game, Lucille Hamilton is proving a constant threat. Here we see Kim Foley virtually wrapping her arms around the waist of Lucille Hamilton there for a foul.
It hasn't Lucille Hamilton come on this year.
I really don't think that a lot of people in the league have given Lucille enough credit for the year that she's had. She's worked very, very well inside, taken the big defensive challenge, works very hard in defence, and I think she's had an excellent season.
Well, doesn't come up from the line. Not the best free throw shooter in the league at 58% this season. So the difference, 4 points. Under 10 minutes to go in the first half. 2 20-minute halves in this grand final. The Drug Offensive Women's National League final for 91. Good rebound, Marquis.
Marquis and the hook shot to make that the first 2 points of the game.
Well, she really broke the Breakers back last week as they came back a little bit at the Islanders in that preliminary with some great rebounding. Pulled in 7 big boards, and she's done it again. So as the foul is not universally welcomed by the Hobart crowd on Phoebe. It's her second personal foul.
Yes, we're continuing to see both teams trying to push each other out of position here.
Browning comes back on court for Hamilton, who takes a rest. Quick pass from Gubbles, Gorman, easy basket.
Good balance there, though. Shelley's caught that ball off balance, just taken her time, set her feet, easy 2 points.
8 points from Shelley Gorman. So far, it's 4 points the lead for the Hobart Islanders. Patient build-up. Phoebe free at the top of the key. The pass down low to Foley. Working on Thornton. Got some help there.
Charge called there by Kim Foley. Charge occurring before the score.
Yeah,
Crowd don't like that call, but I think it really was excellent.
Look at Michelle Gubbles. Perfect defensive position.
Yes, Kim Foley had no idea where the defence was. I do think that was an excellent call there by Jeff Weeks.
Dunn goes down low with Phoebe.
Leanne Dunn free at the key.
Yeah, that's a good call too.
Yes, it was. Leanne really needed to receive that ball, I think, a good second and a half earlier than she did.
Foley sits down. Karen Smith back into the game for the Islanders.
Hobart Islanders really able there to rotate a lot of centre strength there between Andre Marquis, Karen Smith and Kim Foley.
4 points, 2 fouls. Beside Foley's name, she takes a breather. Black.
All the way to the basket there. Put her head
Hard
down.
shot. Good rebound here
Andre
from Marquis. Couldn't put that one away though.
Good defence there. Blocking
Gorman,
out.
nowhere to go. The hard-working Ma smothering her.
Sam Thornton, this will be 2.
The hand on the ball from Smith, she claims.
Third foul. 17.
Let's have a look at that on replay.
Ooh. Touchy, but
Touchy.
first foul and 7 team fouls now on the Islanders. So one more, and the Spectres into the bonus situation.
Sam Thornton's second in the league with 21.5 points per game.
He makes the second one count. Just a third point in this match. Hobart really been defending her hard. Hamilton's back into the game for her.
It's hard to believe there's still 8 minutes left on the clock in this game. It's been such a hard and quick game.
Phoebe gets inside, Dunn. Great pass to Smith. Disappointed she didn't knock that one down.
Islanders'
So a
shots
chance
just
now.
not falling for them the last few times down the court.
The Spectres can get level or within one. Gubbles misses. Ma, faced by Gorman. Got inside Gorman. Oh, big rebound almost from Marquis.
Leanne Dunn doing very well to hold on to that ball there as a trailer.
Well, again, Melbourne East can draw within a point. They haven't been in front as yet. Shelley Gorman forced to shoot wide. Kim Foley's going to come back in. Tracy Phoebe sits down for the first time in the match with 7.5 minutes left in the first half. So both benches being worked. So much emotional energy being expended as well. Black
Strong cut
cutting.
there by Debbie Black, but
Just not the
Spectre
height.
shirts all around her. Too much tall timber there under the basket for little Debbie Black.
Yeah, will the Spectres come away with points this time from the trip down to 4? Oh, Hamilton
Again,
gets too
Lucille
much
Hamilton
latitude.
again.
7 points for Lucille Hamilton, well spotted by Gorman, and now it's just 1 point the difference.
Lucille's just not letting up. She's working very, very hard to get herself free and cut through the key.
Marquis kicks it
Nowhere
back
to
out to
go.
Foley. They're swarming all over the Islanders now, Melbourne East, as Black launches. So the Spectres now can take the lead. 6.5 minutes left in the first half. Tracy Browning claimed she was shoved by Kim Foley. So Phoebe didn't have much of a rest. She comes on for Andre Marquis, a real favourite with the Hobart fans. expecting a baby later on in the year.
Yes, it could be her last game for some time this evening. Karen Smith posting up very, very hard. Kim Foley, strong rebound.
Not shooting as well as they were in the early going, though, the Hobart Islanders. Tracy Browning pulls up and finally launches.
Leanne Dunn cleans up.
Thornton.
Excellent
Guarded
defense
well
there
by both
Hobart.
Maher and Foley.
And that's the travel I was about to say. I think that was very much a travel there by Shelley Gorman.
Double figures scoring-wise for Gorman now. Her 10 points, that 2 gave Melbourne East Spectres the lead for the first time in the match.
Hobart
Hamilton
Islanders
working well at the defensive end as well. Foul though on Gorman. I think she got all ball there to knock it to Lucille Hamilton.
Second foul.
Her second foul, 6th team foul.
Here we see this foul in replay. Yes, all over Robin Maher there.
And Gorman's going to take a rest to allow Michelle Gubbles back into the game.
Smith a bit of a worry, none from 4.
Talked about that Islanders shooting going off a bit. Karen Smith, none from 4 so far. This is her with the ball.
Yes, and Hobart not looking settled in their offence as they did in the opening minutes. They've changed the pace, they've slowed it down. Melbourne East, to their credit, though, have done a super job falling back in defence.
Ma. She doesn't hit anything.
It's a very physical game out there.
They're winning on the boards at both ends at the moment, Melbourne East. Travel the call from the crowd. Oh, underhand layup from Tracy Browning. They thought she was going to pass it to Gubbles.
You just can't afford to assume there. Kim Foley stepping off Tracy Browning. You can't afford to just assume a player's going to pull up the ball.
So Hobart need to score, really, from this trip. They've come up with nothing lately. Smith can't get a shooting on. Now it is. Her first points. Islanders a point down. 4:40 left first half.
Sam Thornton
Browning.
there, that's right over the top.
And she goes to the line for a possible 3-point play.
Sam Thornton has really deceptively long arms, and I think that really in that situation, Kim Foley has to be alert to that to get across and help out earlier. I'm sorry, Karen Smith, that foul was on.
6 points in the match for Thornton. She's starting to break the shackles a little bit too. Black not bringing her down, the ball down court in that frenetic way that she was earlier in the series. Phoebe drives hard. Tough shot.
Didn't quite come off. Lucille Hamilton again getting the ball there for Melbourne East.
Hamilton's
Lucille
free.
Hamilton under the bus.
Oh, great work from Black. She had to make an interception there.
That was incredible reaction there by Debbie Black. She really had no idea the player was there and just responded to the ball in travel. It's an excellent play there by Debbie Black.
17th foul and 3rd foul on
Hamilton now has 3 personal fouls. The Melbourne East bench didn't like the call, and they're just asking, man, what's about it? And Hamilton's having to sit down now, so that's a bit of a worry for Melbourne East coming up to half-time. She can only afford 1 more foul.
The referees are calling this game, I believe, very evenly, though. They're letting it be physical, but they're letting both teams establish to a certain area.
Nah. She's in double figures now with 10.
Strong start from the Australian captain, certainly ready to play in this grand final this year.
Gorman has the ball stolen. It's Ma. Phoebe on her left, Smith on her right, takes it right in. Easy basket. Timed the pass beautifully, and Karen Smith hits the points. It's all tied up.
It would have been so easy in that situation to over-anxiously pass that ball too early. It was really her maturity on the court there that came to the fore.
Thornton claimed she was pushed by Foley, but I think it was a bit of an act. Black for Smith, looking a lot more confident all of a sudden, the Hobart Islanders. They had a sticky patch when they were on 26 points, couldn't get off it. But now they're on 32 with Melbourne East. Black being guarded by Dunn.
Yes, Melbourne East harassing the guards there very, very well.
The American Kim Foley claims she was fouled by Thornton. There's a lot of appealing to the referees going on.
I don't think they'll get very far, though. They've just really got to put their heads down and get on with the job. Grand final, can't ask any quarter.
Thornton well out from the basket. Robin Marr can't believe it. Second personal foul, and Thornton to the line.
Let's have a look at that on replay.
I think it's...
Well, I'm not quite sure what the referee called there, because there may have been some hands-on early, but the call came some 2 seconds later, so it must have been something that we couldn't pick up on the camera angle there from the side.
Make sure we block out. Hey, they're not making their first shots, but they're scoring on their second ones. Block out hard, get that ball, then let's keep running the ball up the floor. Now, offensively, if we don't have anything in transition, stay nice and wide. We come back out here, let's run our stacks play a couple of times, and let's run it through, all right? We need to be playing together, girls. 3 minutes left in this half, all right? Don't go individual now, keep it together, hit the open net. Get a stop, defense. Defense, guys. Stop, man.
Normally in Melbourne East pattern of play, we see one particular player dominate. In the semi-final, we saw Sam Thornton in the first half and Shelley Gorman in the second. We haven't really seen that here tonight. It's been a very, very much a team game by both sides.
Shelley Gorman and Robin Marr are the top scorers with 10 apiece. And as you say, Linda, the other points evenly spread. Sam Thornton has 8 after a slowish start. Tracy Phoebe from 7. She was hot right to begin with. And she stays on 8, Sam Thornton. 2 points up, Melbourne East.
Melbourne East back into a zone defence now.
Marr. Foley. Triple team, had to kick it back for 3 for Marr.
That's commitment.
Big rebound from Gorman too.
That was commitment and defence there by Melbourne East. They were really just giving Hobart Islanders nowhere to go.
Debbie Black first foul. 1-on-1.
Well, Debbie Black now 3 personal fouls, shooting one personal foul, sorry, yeah, but in the penalty. I was wondering where those other two came quickly, but not perhaps as involved in the early going Black as we expect. Gorman missing that one. Here's Debbie Black. But I like the way she's distributing the ball, Black. Much better than in the semi-final when she was taking it right down into the key, and really the shooters had no option then, but she's getting rid of it much earlier this time. She's still available.
This is excellent play by Hobart Islanders.
Yeah.
You see, every time they work the ball, they have patience, and you've got to just swing that ball, make the defence move. You're going to get shots like that. It's excellent play.
I think Jim Pappas has really
Thornton
worked well watching the tape of that semi-final loss. Much more organised they're looking. And, well, after that great start, they could have easily folded as the Spectres came back, but they're hanging in there.
Shelley Gorman working incredibly hard there to get position. She had Hobart Islander player all over her. You could actually see her grit her teeth on that play as Robin Marr notched up her 3rd foul.
So 2 players on 3 fouls. Lucille Hamilton, who's sitting down for the moment, Rory, Melbourne East. Robin Marr has 3. Gorman just going off from the line a little bit. They're stuck on 34, the Spectres.
Yes, and very frustrated with herself and the look on her face at the moment.
Phoebe, the little head fake. Will she take the shot this time? Again, this patient build-up from Hobart. They've got to be aware of Phoebe's abilities from long range. I think they've got themselves in a little bit of trouble. Time ticking down on the shot clock. Black! Well, she did so well to take the pass. The shot would have been a miracle.
Adrian Pratt underneath the basket, and that's a travel called, unfortunately. She thought she was going to be called a foul.
Well, I think she was definitely fouled, but the violation occurred before that.
Yes, she was fouled, but as you say, in catching the ball, trying to establish her feet, she's travelled first.
Well, Robin Marr, I don't think you need to be told how much she wants this title. Perhaps her last appearance in the blue singlet of Hobart. Still 34 apiece. Into the last 45 seconds of the first half.
Melbourne East just really doing a super job getting a hand, but Debbie Black finds a tunnel for herself. Little Debbie Black making a very two big points to take Hobart possibly into the lead.
She's playing a very intelligent game, Black, timing her runs, and Pratt loses the handle on it. Now, it could be a handy 4-point lead. The last shot now for the Islanders before half-time. They're going to use up every second on the clock. Mars off the court, so who will they look to take it? Phoebe urged to go for three. She drives instead. Thornton gets the rebound. It's half-time. And the first half that had everything in the WNBL Grand Final. The crowd go to their feet. The Islanders got off to a great start, had it out as much as 8 points. Back came the Spectres, then back came the Islanders to have the lead at half-time. 36-34 as we cross down to the Parketry Flooring and Rod Kilner.
What a game at half-time. Nothing in it, just 2 points the difference, and it's with great pleasure that we welcome to Hobart, the ABC microphone, the women's national coach, Robbie Cadee. Robbie, nothing in this game. How can you pick it?
You can't, Rod. It was an even money bet before the game, and I think the bookies have still set their books at even money.
Well, how have you seen the first half?
I thought that the Highlanders come out and started the game very well. They couldn't have asked for a better start. And at the other end, the Melbourne East girls probably a little bit nervous, and the crowd had that effect. And then they settled down. Gorman became an effect in the game, and then it started to settle down. The nerves were out the way, and then it became a game, and now it is a contest. And I think you'll find, I still think that the Islanders are in control right now, albeit only a 2-point lead. I think they've controlled the tempo of the game very well the first half.
What do you see to the key to the second half as being foul trouble could play a big role?
Yes, well, I think that the Islanders with Smith and Foley inside is a great asset for them. And I believe they need to get the ball into them more. And I think if they can do that, then they'll put a lot more pressure. Hamilton's got 3 already. And in the first time they played, both Hamilton and Thornton got 4 fouls very early in the second half because of trying to defend inside. So I think the game will be in one inside for the Islanders. And I think that the other end, they've got to do something about Gorman. They cannot let her continue the way she's going.
Can we go off a little bit of a tangent now to the Australian women's national team, Barcelona coming up. It seems to be the Women's League has improved and gone up a step this year. Is this reflected in the performance of the national team?
I think it's reflected in the performance of the talent we now have available to us. We've got a squad of 19 at the moment, which we're going to select a team to go to the States at the end of this year. And it's a very, very open selection. And I think that reflects back on the league. The way that the league is developing, there are a lot more players now developing throughout the country. And that is obviously, the stronger our base is, the better it's going to be for our girls once we get to play in Barcelona. Obviously, before Barcelona, we've got to qualify at the pre-Olympics in May next year. But everything is on track right now for that.
Robbie, do you believe that that pre-qualifying you can get that through that and to Barcelona?
Yes, I'm confident we can. There's only 4 spots available out of the 16-nation tournament, but I'm confident that we can get there and do well at Barcelona because we've got a better team available to us now than we had in Seoul, and that's not downgrading that team at all. It's a great team, but obviously just progression with the players now. The technique that they have available to them is a lot better. What we will be down on is experience. We've only got in the squad at this moment still 6 players left from the Seoul Olympics, so we will be down on experience, but I still believe the talent available to us will keep us in good stead and get us through the qualifying. And once we get to the Olympics, there is no doubt there's a medal for us. But as I say, once we get there, we must get there first. But once we get there, I have no doubt there's a medal there for us if we do the right things.
Thanks very much for joining us, and all the best for Barcelona.
Thanks, Rod. Thanks very much.
Well, let's go back to the action. Second half, it's tight, it's tough, it's terrific. Let's go back to Peter G and Lynn Palmer.
Before we continue the 3 Ts in the second half, let's take a look at the scoring stats. And Robin Marr shooting 5 from 11, 45% from the field to be the leading scorer so far for the Islanders. Debbie Black 4 from 8. Tracy Phoebe 3 from 7, and to offset that and give a team shooting of 41% in that first half, Foley just 1 from 4, Smith 2 from 7, and rebounds 13 from the Islanders. For the Spectres, shooting at 54%, and Shelley Gorman leading them with 10 points, 4 from 8. She went off a little bit towards the end there, and she's got 5 turnovers as well. Sam Thornton, 3 from 5. Hamilton, 3 from 6. And foul shooting has been very poor from the Spectres, just 5 from 11, 45% from the line as compared to the Islanders' 100. But look at the rebounds, Lynn, 21 in total, 17 defensive. That's more than the total from the Islanders.
Yes, and that's really significant because Islanders have the poorest shooting percentage from teams shooting 41%. And if they can't get those second shot opportunities, which it would appear from the stats that Melbourne East are doing quite a credible job at restricting. And I think that really the majority of their rebounds came in the latter stages of that half.
Robin Marr having a big game on top of the 10 points, 5 assists. But Lucille Hamilton, who's going to face off with Karen Smith at the tip to start the second half, 7 big rebounds.
Yes, I think we saw a very, very strong performance there by Lucille Hamilton.
And it's the Spectres that control the tip. 6 times national champions against the Islanders, yet to notch up one. Looking to make it 3rd time lucky here tonight. Here's Hamilton.
Under the basket again in the key. Fitting to be the first scorer of this second half.
And scores level now. 9 points from Lucille Hamilton. And Phoebe did well to hold on to that. Gorman had a little piece of it. Black. Marg, terrific pass. Great strength, Karen Smith. But her shooting continues to let her down. She's 2 from 8 now.
Yes, that was a super pass there by Robin Marr under the basket. Melbourne East looking a little bit negative there. That's really not their normally swiftly run offence.
Gorman got herself free and knocked them down. Top scorer in the match, Shelley Gorman, 12 points.
Very strong move there. Just changed direction, got a defence on the back, and open up a scoring opportunity for her.
The crowd just lifts a little bit, trying to lift their team. Smith. That's got to turn around for the Islanders. She's looking a little bit disconsolate, but
I think she's
they can
really
give her the ball.
She's anticipating the foul there a little bit, and I think her shots are going over. But we see Tracy Phoebe and her eagerness there notch up another treble.
We're going to that southern end of the court. That's where the turnovers have been taking place. Well, Gorman thought Marr perhaps was back in a Spectres shirt. 6 turnovers from Shelley Gorman in the match.
Kim Foley did an excellent job there. Sam Thornton was looking to go back door, but had to change her mind because of Kim's defence, and that left the pass going straight through to Robin Marr. Phoebe
off target with a three-pointer.
Another big board.
They certainly need that from her to even up their rebound situation. Marr taking on Browning. Didn't drive. Tried to loop it over the top of her, and another rebound for Lucille Hamilton.
Yes, Robin really needs to take those shots to force Tracy to get up and play defence on her, give her a chance to get past.
Well, Debbie Black was equal top rebounder for the Hobart Islanders in that semi-final, and she grabbed the board there. That's not the ideal situation.
She featured very well for the Islanders in the rebounding this year. I think that she hasn't had the biggest defensive task, and that's opened up her play to sort of wheel and deal and get her body in. It's a hip foul that we see there by Sam Thornton. Had her hand straight up in the air in very good defence, but was just tempted to swing her hips in there. We'll see this on the replay. Quite clearly there, going right in with her hips.
Ian Watson, Jeff Weeks haven't missed very much at all.
No, I think they've done a very good job so far this game in what is a very, very hard game to referee. It's very physical out there.
Oh, good pass from Foley.
Good teamwork there. Kim Foley recognised if she had 2 men on her, someone had to be free.
Scores level again.
Kim Foley working very hard against Sam Thornton in the key.
And the errant pass coming from Lucille Hamilton. So a chance for the Islanders to take the lead. Marr takes on Browning this time. Tracy Browning undeterred. Smith working hard down low. She's forced the jump ball.
Yes, really, Robin underestimated the defence there and left herself in a position where she had nowhere to go. and really didn't have a clear pass to another Islander player.
Smith controls it to Ma.
A beautiful hook shot there by Robin Ma. Totally palmed that ball in one hand. That's just a super shot there.
14 points for Robin Ma, game's top scorer. And the Islanders lead as Gorman levels up at 14 points. Well, it's a personal duel between these two, the two captains.
Yes, we said before the start of the game that it would be the fate of the two teams as to how Shelley Gorman and Robin Ma really were able to get their game in order, and they're both playing very aggressive basketball in this half. It's Robin Ma making...
Oh, what a shot!
Basket.
She must have eyes in the back of her head.
That is just totally unstoppable, a shot like that.
Debbie Black called for the foul. 16 minutes to go in the grand final for 91. 2-point lead for the Hobart Islanders. Now Browning. Will she fight fire with fire against Ma?
Shelley
Good
Gorman.
help coming from Smith.
Excellent defence there by Hobart Islanders. Shelley Gorman was really free in the key there. Tracy Browning hadn't seen her. She's penetrated. There's absolutely nowhere for Tracy to go.
The crowd want the Islanders to extend it to 4 points. Phoebe cutting. Ma, she feels she's got the hot hand. Looking for the opening.
Taking it all the way to Tracy Browning there, but Karen Smith will go to the basket and get her own
shot.
Rebound for 2 points.
That'll be a confidence builder for Smith. And Hobart starting the second half like they did the first. Foul on Phoebe.
And we've seen every time Shelley Gorman has got the ball so far this half, she has attacked that basket. There's no doubt that she's going to have a big game in this half.
Gubbles, Black guarding her. Hamilton sets the pick. Wants the ball against Karen Smith. She's still calling for it. Smith gets the hand in.
Really, Peter, I can't believe the quality of defence that we're seeing by both teams in this game. Players are working very, very hard to get position on their men. Both teams doing an excellent job.
Browning almost banked it in. There's Black with the rebound. Chance to open it out to 6 for Hobart. Oh, there's Foley, unopposed. It'll be one inside, said Robbie Cadee at half-time, and so far it's Hobart winning the second half battle.
Shelley Gorman all the way to the basket. Sam Thornton unable to get her hand to it.
The momentum really with Hobart now. The quick outlet to Ma. She settles it down. Very patient from Hobart. They're growing in stature. Perhaps they will be the Highlanders.
Under the basket there. Kim Foley a little late in getting that.
Ma beat three.
But what a great save there by Robin Ma to just continue fighting on the floor for that ball.
Hamilton takes it away from Smith. She did well to get in front of the big centre. Giving away 3 centimetres to her. But look at this. Melbourne East throwing the ball away.
It's Tracy Browning very frustrated with herself there, not able to get a hand to that ball. And listen to this crowd.
Big start to the second half. 6 minutes gone in it. And they've opened up a 2-point lead to a 6-point lead. Jim Pappas talking to his Islanders.
Listen, 5 spots. We're Virginia that side. We'll go Kim on the across. We'll wait till we get Kim on the across. Kim, you got to seal her and post her up until Robin gets her breath. Then we'll get Robin on the across. Virginia looks good. You've got to seal her, otherwise they're going to steal the ball. Girls, 5 stops. Let's go. Come on, let's do it now.
Whatever happened to the good old days of basketball when they talked English? There are so many codes now and so many specialist plays.
Something about Virginia there as we take a look at Jo Moyle, who tonight was awarded the league MVP for 91. The Melbourne Tiger, I'm sure she'd love to be out there, but a deserved winner of the best player in the league this season, Glenn.
Yes, she headed the top scorers and dominated in the All-Star 5 and was a critical player for Melbourne Tigers, who just missed out in the second last round on making the playoffs this year.
You're in the cauldron that is the Kingborough Sports Centre. And the Spectres medal really being tested here.
Look at Robin Marr wants that ball. She's literally looking at Tracy Phoebe, just begging to it. Give it to me.
New 30 seconds for the Islanders. Ball came off the foot of Thornton. Smothering defence from the Spectres.
Spectres fallen back into a zone now to try and halt.
Oh, Foley, great move!
Just weaving her body through the play past two players over her hand, and a big save at the other end of the court by Kim Foley.
Marr and Black just settling things down. They're really controlling it now, Hobart. Smith,
Shelley
a bit lucky.
Just getting a hand to that. It was very lucky there for Hobart, unfortunate there for Shelley Gorman.
13-15 left in the grand final. Black launches from three-point range. Gorman the rebound.
Pushing that ball up court, trying to get Melbourne East transition game going.
Dunn, nowhere to go. Phoebe all over her. They're looking a little like a one-man team at the moment.
Oh,
as the pass goes to Thornton.
There by Sam Thornton. That was a superhuman effort.
Well, they need to get her involved.
So 10 points there for Sam Thornton, really having quite a quiet game. Defence has been excellent on her throughout this game.
Phoebe left free, had to make it quick. Oh, Black.
Big rebound by the smallest player on court.
Well, she's the one that's lifted their rebounding.
As I said,
Here's Mark. Oh, underhanded in.
Well, when it's going your way, it's going your way, isn't it? When shots like that fall, that's not supposed to be physically possible with a hand across there in the defence.
Chance to make it a three-point play and make her personal tally 19 in the game. And Hamilton was called for the foul, I think. That's 4 personal fouls on Hamilton. They're looking down the barrel at the moment, Melbourne East.
And that's a big factor for Melbourne East because Lucille's really done an excellent job, super hard work on defence, and is really getting those boards to give Melbourne East the advantage, which they need to retain.
19 points from Robin Marr. And she'll only get better as it gets closer to the wire. And maybe 91 is the Islanders' year. Still 12:23 to go.
Lucille Hamilton was free under the basket. Sam Thornton unable to get that ball to her. Saw the open man, but unfortunately able to carry off the pass.
Well, the lead can go into double figures for the first time. Marquis is on for Smith. Foley wants it. Phoebe. Hamilton rebounds. They need to score here, Melbourne East. Just take the momentum away a little bit from Hobart.
Look at the battle there between Kim Foley, but super help by Tracy Phoebe under the basket. Debbie Black held on to it against Michelle Govell.
They love this little American in Hobart.
And what a game she's playing today.
She's getting better. A very canny game being played by her.
Not scoring a lot, but really doing the hard work, coming up with the big plays.
And Foley was trying to feed it to Marr. Basket won't count.
Actually saw a player accept a foul there. That's been quite rare in this game. It's a third foul on Kim Foley.
Tracy Browning coming on for Lucille Hamilton, who's just been given short runs. She's on 4 fouls, 1 more and she's out of the game. But Robin Marr has cut loose with 9 points in this second half so far. 4 from Foley. Gorman's only scored 4 points so far in the half.
Good help there by Andre Marquis, though.
Yep.
Again,
they're too tough,
players
too big.
Had 2 people there with a hand on Sam Thornton. They're really trying to force it inside, which really Melbourne East have to do.
Oh, Black behind the back. Great hands from Govell. Done. A 1-on-3 break. She'll have to hold it up. They got back so quickly.
And the foul to Leanne Dunn.
A few fresh legs have been brought on by Jim Pappas. Tanya Clark's having a run, number 10, and she got back quickly. And that was a point in their game that was lacking in the second semi-final. They have really done their homework on the East Melbourne Spectres, the Islanders Brains Trust.
Oh,
And the players are
just
really
totally clearing Tanya Clark out of the way there and taking Kim Foley down to boot.
Foley looks confident. Marquis got fouled.
Second foul on Michelle Gubbles. And really, to their credit here, the Islanders are not being intimidated by the physical play of Melbourne East. And I think Melbourne East are getting a little frustrated because normally those plays would be coming to their advantage. And in this game, at the moment, it's all going the Islanders' way.
Foley having a seat. Debbie Black out there with Tanya Clark. Andre Marquis at the line. Well, she didn't shoot all that well from the line last week, but the confidence sky high. And perhaps the Hobart Islanders will be called the Highlanders after this, as Robbie Cadee dubbed them at half-time. They're on top of Mount Wellington at the moment.
10 minutes remaining in this game. Sam Thornton, turnover and a travel there. And fast break to Karen Smith up the court. Sam Thornton gets a tough hand to knock it out of bounds.
Well, they've been rooted on 42 for so long now, Melbourne East. They've got to score the next time they come down to court. 11 points the difference. Black claims she was fouled. It's the other way. Debbie Black, third personal foul, second in this half. Team foul situation not critical. 3-4 now. Now, Melbourne East looking to set up and score some points.
Shelley Gorman really looking desperately for a free white shirt there, but unable to come up with one.
Browning almost has it stolen by Clark. They look a different team on the boards in the second half. Smith pulls it down. Well, there's really 18,005 or 1,805 players out there for Hobart against the very lonely feeling Spectres at the moment. Foul on Thornton. Third personal foul. Sam Thornton's a frustrated player.
Yes, Sam has been unable in this game to really get any fluidity to her offense. Working hard in defense, but clearly had no position there on Andre Marquis. There's no way you can hope to defend from behind, as Sam Thornton tried to do on that occasion.
Well, she's on 3 fouls, sitting down. But Hamilton out there on 4 takes a place.
Hobart Islanders working the ball very well, penetrating inside and making the smart decision if the shot's not there, kick it back outside.
9.5 minutes remain. It's an 11-point lead for Hobart. Running the clock right down. Smith gets free. Patience pays off for the Hobart Islanders.
Look, we've got a foul down this end on Andre Marquis, as she had a battle with Tracy Browning. The second foul.
Well, really, Shelley Gorman looking their only offensive threat, unless Browning can get involved. She does. They need someone backing up Gorman at the moment. She's the only one looks capable of bringing Melbourne East back into it. Clark hasn't had a lot of minutes in this final series, but doing it well, as is Andre Marquis.
Andre made good room for herself there. Rather than going to the basket, she took a dribble and backed away from the defence. That tempted Tracy Browning to reach in with her hand there. Another foul to Melbourne East Spectres. 17 fouls.
Points for Andre Marquis. It's been a 21-point-10 half.
And what a marvellous performance. And look at Tracy Browning and Andre Marquis going for it inside. Bodies clashing. Referee's not seeing it. We'll see it here.
Hand in there from Black, I think. forced the ball out.
Lucille Hamilton doing a wonderful job getting herself free. She's really been consistently doing the hard work for Melbourne East inside the key.
Done off. Thornton back in.
Smart decision there, I think, that
Hamilton, nice move, couldn't hook it in. Good rebound from Thornton.
struggles to get her balance, but who needs balance when you can shoot like that?
Well, she worked hard not to lift that pivot foot. Quick outlet to Ma. Bit of the shooting responsibility's gone off Robin Ma, and the others have lifted. She's just been regrouping, I think. Black
Joe
calling
Marquis
for it.
inside
Marquis.
again.
Oh,
Straight
she's
over.
confident.
She is total mismatch there too. Michelle Gubbles really was giving a good foot there to Andre Marquis for an easy 2 points inside the key.
Gorman launches. Black, she must be getting up towards double figures of rebounds in this half.
I think she's tripled her yearly average.
13-point lead. And 7:48 left in the match. Smith.
Easy play there. Karen Smith really should have made that shot. Sam Thornton had good position, but
Well, all the second shots going Hobart's way. That was an optimistic pass to try and get it past Thornton to Marquis. Brown.
Timeout called by the Melbourne East Spectres. 7 minutes 28 remaining in this grand final.
I wouldn't be surprised in this timeout if we see Melbourne East go into a full court press. 13 points down, 7.5 minutes remaining. Melbourne East is struggling out there. They need to change tactic.
That is lots of time. Now, this is my second time out. I've called it so that we can set some goals out there. We are 13 down. By the 5-minute mark, we want to be only 8 down, all right? Then by the 3-minute mark, we want to be only 4 down. That's the sort of things we're working at. We're not just trying to get it out right now. Those are achievable, girls. 8-minute mark, we are getting, 5-minute mark, we're down to 8 points. Girls, be precise in our passing and offense. It's not our defense so much, we've just got to get our flow in our offense. We're in 32, back to a 10, all right? No, sorry, we're in lanes twice on the floor now. Then we're just in 10. Lanes to 10. Spectres.
Have you got your key to work out what that means?
Actually, I do know what that means, but I think that Laurie was getting, in her excitement, was getting a little bit ahead of herself there. But they will be going into lanes, which is where they really are hustling to block the pass.
Foley back on the floor for
Listen
the
to this
Islanders.
crowd go crazy. Good pass to Shell Gorman.
Oh, big rebound, Smith. She's got some extra spring in a step in this second half. Well, we'll keep an eye on those targets that Laurie Chiswick has set her team. She wants the lead cut down to 8 by the 5-minute mark. Gorman shoulder to shoulder with Black.
And Gorman deemed out of court there. Debbie Black in the tussle for the ball was already out of court, and Shelley, in trying to save it, has gone over the line.
Biggest lead of the match being enjoyed by Hobart. 13 points over Melbourne East.
Look at that desperate defence there by Tracy Browning, almost holding the player as she cut behind.
These two teams have met 3 times previously this season. It's a 2-1 record in favour of Melbourne East, but this is the one that counts. Black takes it off her good friend Kim Foley. Smith. Oh, big rebound, Kim Foley!
What a board! There were Spectre hands everywhere on that.
Inspirational stuff as Gorman launches inaccurately. Phoebe now getting into the rebounding act. Outlet. Ma just a bit strong. A bit of pressure came from Gorman at the right time as far as Melbourne East are concerned. 15 points down. The Spectres. Hamilton on 4 fouls. Hasn't been conspicuous of late. Browning off target and Smith pulls in
And
another
look at
rebound.
those rebounds. We've seen the rebounds totally turn around since half-time. Debbie Black and Karen Smith. Kim Foley's only taken a few, but what a few she's taken.
And at the offensive end. Here she is backing in on Thornton. Travel call.
Kim concentration there to take a big step past her defence was just a little too big.
Shelley Gorman sitting down. Just 4 points scored early on in this second half to give her 14 for the match.
And really, Melbourne East don't have big shooters out there. Tracy Browning and Sam Thornton can't find range. Oh, what desperation. Look at Tracy Phoebe just dive on that ball.
Browning arrived just in time to force the jump.
So often it's the team that's prepared to make those dives on the ball like that to come up with the big plays.
Well, Melbourne East have to get it and score from this jump ball.
Yes, Gorman not out for very long. I think the coach just quite quickly trying to settle her down and get a word of instruction and tactics into her ear.
That's against Robin Maher, I think. Well taken by Gubbles. Ball kicked out of her hands to Gorman.
By Gorman there.
I don't think it was a deliberate pass. I think it was an Islander hand that knocked it to Gorman.
Look at that, right past Robin Maher, over Kim Foley. Takes a lot of skill to make a shot like that under that sort of pressure.
Well, we're at the 5-minute mark, and instead of the lead being just 8 points for the Islanders, it's 13. Gubbles faced by 3 blue shirts, waited for some support. Browning to Thornton. Foley's called. 4th foul on Kim Foley.
Yes, Kim may have got ball there, but she's nevertheless reached across. Yes, she did get ball there, but she's reached across the body of a player. A referee is never going to let you get away with a play like that.
Well, the foul shooting not good in the first half from Melbourne East. Sam Thornton needs to get both these.
13 points to Sam Thornton so far in this game.
Good free throw shooting under heaps of pressure. The lead is 11 for the Islanders.
Just under 5 minutes remaining on the clock. Michelle
Black
Gubbles.
working Gubbles. Gorman guarding Maher.
Here we see that lanes defence by Melbourne East where they're trying to anticipate the pass, block off the passing avenue. Tracy Browning again just clearing the offence out of the way.
Thornton out to Gubbles. They're getting back very quickly, the Islanders. Oh, here's Hamilton free.
Hamilton under the basket.
Oh, she looked a gift horse in the mouth there.
She'll be very disappointed with that shot. She was a little over-anxious, I think, again, anticipating that there was going to be blue shirts there. Got that shot off a little too quickly.
Well, it's the first time she's seen daylight in this second half.
Shelley
Now, Maher on
big
Gorman.
steal, one-on-one, all the way. That's a tough move. Robin Maher was virtually wearing her shirt all the way down the court.
9 points the difference.
18 points to Shelley Gorman.
Now just control the ball will be the call from the Islanders bench. No silly passing. Foley to Smith. Running time off the clock.
Good teamwork there.
Kim Foley's going to get another offensive rebound. That time a second. She couldn't stick it back in, but great work at the offensive end from Kim Foley.
Yes, another 30 seconds on the clock. Islanders will just work this around.
Good hand from Gorman.
Excellent hand there by Shelley Gorman, but equally, nearly excellent by
Phoebe! Steal of the match.
What a steal.
2-on-2 break, but they stop it and regroup. They're looking winners, Hobart Islanders now, under 3 minutes. The difference is 9 points. Laurie Chiswick shaking her head down below her. She wanted it to be 4. I think she knows unless they can do something miraculous, they're not going to be the national champions this time.
Islanders still need to hit those baskets at the other end of the court because with a three-point shooter like Shelley Gorman almost did then, Tracy Browning and Sam Thornton, 9 points can go very quickly in a game of basketball. And Melbourne East can come up with the big plays when they're needed.
Black goes the whole way. First time we've seen her do it tonight.
What tenacity.
Back to double points the lead. Gorman for 3. Very timely. 21 points from Shelley Gorman. She's the leading scorer in the match. Robin Maher hasn't taken a lot of shots of late. Those 3 points give Melbourne East some hope. 2 minutes 10 remaining. 8 points the difference.
Pain showing on Shelley Gorman's face after that shot. That's an exhausted lady out there.
Now listen, with 2:10, we must play defense. We have to get, they're tired. If you think you're tired, you should see what they're like. Now, we're 4-corner into Virginia, not into Virginia State, into regular Virginia. So as soon as you hear me yell, 10, the local comes up and you're in regular Virginia. Understood? 4 quarters, let's kill it. Girls, 2 more stops and it's us!
I looked through the Hobart team list. There's no player called Virginia out there, but she's an integral part of Jim Pappas' plans. Must be his home state, is it?
Probably. I think he's right, though. I think Melbourne East are looking very tired. If Hobart can just keep up this pace. Tracy Phoebe working very hard against Tracy Browning.
They just get it over halfway in time. We're into the last 2 minutes. 8 points the lead for the Islanders. A gap appears for Black. Well, perhaps they should have taken that. Perhaps they're running time off the clock a little bit early. Now she's got to go.
We've only got seconds remaining.
2 seconds. Just got the shot off in time.
Referee to go to the bench there and check whether the siren went too soon.
Well, now they have a jump ball, so that's really told against Melbourne.
Yes, that's the right call there, because the siren, 30-second siren went when the ball was in the air.
Yeah,
so it's classified as a dead ball. So even though Melbourne East had come up with the ball afterwards, it was already dead. It's not their ball. That's a good call by the referees.
Foul on Maher. 4th personal foul. I'm sure she'd like to stay out on the court right to the end if she could.
What a
but
game,
the job
Robin
not
Maher.
quite done yet. Still 8 points in front. They'll be looking to score here. It's 3 from Gorman. Oh, banks it in.
Banks it.
5 points the difference. A minute and a half left.
Foul on Michelle Gubbles. As I said, Shelley Gorman has the capacity to make those big 3-point shots. 5 points won't last 3 seconds while she shoots those sorts of shots.
Well, I thought she might try to drive in, draw the foul, perhaps go for a 3-point play, but she got 3 with 1 fell swoop. But now it's Black at the line.
Yes, Michelle Gubbles fouled at the other end of the court. Melbourne East in a bonus situation. Debbie Black's father has come all the way from America to watch this grand final. She's been here for 3 years now. No doubt he's very proud of the performance she's put in. It's a real winning game for Debbie Black today.
Really see the resolve on her face then. She wasn't going to miss those 2. Minute 20 left. 3 points from Browning.
Shelley Gorman, what an effort to get that ball. Totally positioned herself against the defence.
And if that shot had dropped, we would have really had a game on our hands. She'll go to the line. On Debbie Black, is it? 4th personal foul. So we've got 3 of the Islanders on 4. Foley, Maher and Black. Just Hamilton.
Look at how tough that is. Shelley Gorman, what determination to hold on to that ball and get it away against such defence.
This to make the difference 5 points. .26 points from Gorman, the game's top scorer.
And Melbourne East are very successfully just whittling away at this lead.
Gubbles called for the foul.
Robin Maher asking for an intentional foul to the referee, but not being granted. He felt that that was fair endeavour there by Michelle Gubbles.
She's on 4 fouls as well. But Hamilton, she's been the important one in foul trouble. Been on 4 virtually the whole half and hasn't played any part really in it. Robin Marr, her first points for quite a while coming up. No.
Sam Thornton was in the key, broke the key too early there. Robin Marr will get another free throw shot from the line. Player can't go over the key line there before the ball leaves Robin Marr's hand.
Smith has stolen away by Gorman.
Shelley Gorman just picked that right out of Karen Smith's hand.
Oh, it can be cut to 2 now if Browning hits. She gets another opportunity. Couldn't make any of them count. Maybe this one. Banks it in. It's only 3 points the difference. Under a minute to go.
And what a fight back for Melbourne East in the closing minutes.
Foul called on Gorman. Only a third. But again, Robin Marr goes to the line.
What a game we've seen here. The determination by the players on both of these teams and the aggression.
I just thought when they came down with 2 minutes to go and Debbie Black really, I thought, should have taken the shot. They kicked it back out.
Yes, you can be too safe. I mean, when there's 3 minutes remaining on the clock, you've really got to make every opportunity a winner for you.
Well, here we go. It can be levelled up with a three-pointer. 45 seconds left. Foul on Phoebe. She's on 4 now.
I'd like to see that on replay. I think Tracy Phoebe, clearly, I think that's a tough call against Hobart Islanders there. The player doesn't have to have her feet stopped. All she has to do is get hit in the middle of the chest. And I think you saw there on replay, Shelley Gorman hit Tracy Phoebe pretty squarely in the chest.
The pressure right on the captain. Gorman has another opportunity now. It will be 1 point the difference if she scores from the line here. And there are still 44 seconds left. An amazing comeback. They were 15 points down. Now scores just 1 point the difference in favour of the Islanders.
All pressure on Ireland now to keep their composure and not get rattled. They haven't been upset all game long. Now they just have to retain their composure.
Well, they have to get the shot off with about 6 seconds left in the match. So the Islanders can ice it. No, it's taken away by Hamilton.
Hamilton, and it's a turnover.
17 seconds remaining. The Islanders can have it snatched.
To Melbourne East.
Now, you can just about put your money on Gorman to take the shot. 7 seconds left. Phoebe.
Holding on, foul is called. Foul's been called on Tracy Browning for Melbourne East Spectres. Hobart Islanders go to the line.
3.4 seconds left in the 1991 Grand Final.
And what a finish to this final. It's been right down to the wire. I think there's a lot of pressure on Tracy Phoebe at the moment with these 2 shots. If she misses the first shot, Melbourne East get the rebound. That's plenty of time to get one of their 3-point shooters.
Phoebe,
or even a 2-point shot.
A 66% free throw shooter. The northwest coast of Tasmania will be jumping
and the
along with the rest of the state. 2-point lead. A 3-pointer can tie the game. 1.5 seconds left.
And the game is over, and Hobart Islanders, 3rd year in the grand final. Last year for Robin Marr, suiting up. And they're ecstatic, and the crowd are going crazy here in Kingborough Stadium. What a successful National Drug Offensive final series this has been. Look at the team. It's beside themselves.
Even players who didn't get a minute of the final. The raw emotion flowing out of them now. And the crowd have been waiting a long time.
They have.
3rd time lucky for Hobart.
Hobart's been absolutely hungry for this. And what a game they've played. They came out totally composed in this game, were never rattled.
And, well,
someone's been hurt in the euphoria there. I think they've got so excited. Andre Mark was in tears.
One of the subs there, I think, judging by the tracksuit. Well, that's put a little bit of a dampener on the celebrations, but final score 67-64. Hobart Islanders knock off Melbourne East Spectres for the 1991 Women's National League Championship.
What a finish to the game, the Islanders. Robin, May, what are you trying to do? Give the crowd heart failure?
Yeah, I think I was. I think we needed to give the crowd a bit more excitement at the end, so I decided to make it close.
Congratulations on an outstanding individual performance and a great team effort tonight.
Yeah, it was wonderful. I mean, we played and we come here to play, and we did just that. It was great. The crowd was fantastic. It's nice to win in front of your home crowd, and it's nice to win for Tasmania.
Did the last couple of years where the Islanders went down in the grand final, do you think that experience through the team helped in the clutch time at the end there?
Oh, no doubt about it. There's hardly a team that goes into a final and wins it when they haven't been there before. I think that we served our apprenticeship and we've come through with it this year.
What's the feeling going to be like tonight? Great celebrations,
yeah,
I bet.
Great celebrations all through Tassie, I think. I mean, it was wonderful.
Congratulations on a great game yourself and to the team. Go and enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
So that's the season, the Islanders victors and the Melbourne East Spectres very gallant losers. And good news, Betty Ball, the manageress of the Hobart Islanders, overcome with emotion, but she's fine and smiling now. Hope you've enjoyed the telecast from the Kingborough Sports Centre. On behalf of our commentators Peter G and Lynn Palmer and our hard-working OB crew, Rod Kilner, wishing you a very good night.